Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Sister Susan Yocum, and I have the honor of serving as Provost at Seton University. It is an honor to be with you tonight representing Seton Hill President Mary Finger, who regrettably is unable to be with us this weekend. On May 24th, President Finger traveled to Italy for an Association of Catholic College and University conference at the Vatican, representing Seton Hill University, and all the important work of our faculty, staff, and students are engaging in our campus. Unfortunately, despite being fully vaccinated and boosted and taking all precautions, she is currently in isolation in a hotel room in Italy after both she and her husband tested positive for COVID-19. Please know that President Finger sends her warmest regards and especially her sincere congratulations to the alumni we are honoring this evening. It is a pleasure and an extraordinary honor for me to welcome you to the presentation of the Distinguished Alumni Leadership Awards. Tonight, we celebrate the accomplishments of 12 distinguished alumni selected in the 2022 class, as well as 3 honorees from the 2020 class whose recognition was delayed due to the pandemic. Seton Hill established the Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award in 1987 to recognize graduates who demonstrate outstanding achievement and leadership in education, business and the professions, science and technology, arts, voluntary services, and philanthropy. The Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for Young Alumni Achievement, the Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for Service, and the Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for Military Service are 3 additional awards the university presents to recognize outstanding Setonians. We will now enjoy a video presentation featuring the accomplishments of the 15 recipients being recognized tonight.
For more than 100 years, Seton Hill has provided students with a life-changing education in the best tradition of the Sisters of Charity. The presence of a Seton Hill graduate in the workplace, in communities, and in the world continues to make a tremendous difference in transforming the lives of others. 15 of those graduates are being honored today for their accomplishments and their dedication to carrying on the spirit of Seton Hill. The university would now like to recognize the alumni who have demonstrated the leadership qualities that make them Seton Hill Distinguished Alumni. A native of Puerto Rico, Giovanna Rivera Gennard is a 1994 Communication and Information Arts graduate of Seton Hill, who later earned a master's degree in higher education administration with a concentration in communication from the Pennsylvania State University. Giovanna started her career in communication, marketing, and public relations in the admissions office at Seton Hill, and in 2016 became the first Latinx member of the President's Cabinet in Old Dominion University's history when she was appointed Assistant Vice President for Strategic Communication and Marketing, as well as Chief Marketing Officer. Giovanna regularly collaborates with nonprofits and Latin American embassies in the United States. An inclusive leader, she volunteers to close the equity gap, create a diverse talent pipeline, and promote social mobility, helping establish global programs such as high-achieving Latinxes in engineering and science and remote experience for young engineers and scientists. In 2017, she was invited to join the Forbes Communications Council, a national group of leaders and executives who have depth and diversity of industry experience. Congratulations, Giovanna Rivera Gennard, on your 2020 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Thank you, President Finger and Seton Hill Alumni Board, for this great honor. To my husband, Dan, our sons, Alex and Cameron, and family and friends, thank you for your love and unwavering support. To my fellow honorees, congratulations. Witnessing the impact alumni of this great university have had in communities around the globe is truly inspiring. Decades ago, when I embarked on a journey of more than 1,700 miles from my home in Guaynabo, Puerto Rico to Seton Hill, and left my 7 younger sisters and parents Juan and Ilka, little did I know how the university would impact me for the rest of my life and that I would be standing here today. What I did know then is that I was not embarking on this journey alone. Along the way, I was greeted, taught, and encouraged by Sisters of Charity, the president, administration, faculty, staff, and many of my classmates. I have tried to incorporate some of the lessons I learned from Setonians Barbara Hinkle, Marianne Dudas, Joan Beidler, Dr. Claybeck, Maureen Bisset, Dr. Peharic, Dr. Winland, and so many others in how I conduct my life every day. My professors taught me to write, how to think critically, and the key role communication can play in affecting positive change. My support network challenged me to get out of my comfort zone, to embrace difference, to lead courageously, and most importantly, to live a life of service to others. It was through service at Seton Hill that I learned how to pick up a heavy sledgehammer and break down walls to build new Habitat for Humanity homes for families in our community. I continue carrying this life lesson today as I break down barriers to access and education and open doors of opportunity for future students, including building a virtual STEM program to provide access, train, and inspire more than 11,000 learners in 135 countries around the world. At Seton Hill, I also learned the value of hard work. There are no shortcuts. As I practiced riding to get into the equestrian team, I had to take small incremental steps to advance my skills. First, I learned how to walk, then to trot, and finally to canter before I could even try out. And I learned the hard way the power of resilience, because after falling from a horse, you stand up from the ground, gather yourself and dust off, conquer the fear in your mind, and get back on the saddle to continue your journey. I'm so proud to be called a Setonian and feel blessed to have experienced the university's positive and lasting influence in my professional career in communication and how it shaped my call to service. This positive influence is the reason I'm here today, and I'm inspired each day to be a source of positive change in the world. Seton Hill will always have a special place in my heart. This is where I met my husband, Dan, where I made some of my best friends for life, several of whom are here tonight. And it's also where I grew academically and professionally, and even where I started my first job in higher education. I am truly honored to receive this award. From the bottom of my heart, mil gracias, 1,000 thanks.
Sister Victoria Marie Gribshaw began her academic journey at Seton Hill in 1960 as a recipient of the Sisters of Charity Teaching Scholarship. She entered the Sisters of Charity of Seton Hill the following January. While teaching in Pittsburgh Catholic schools, she completed her degree in chemistry at Seton Hill, then earned a master's degree in family resources and home economics education from West Virginia University and joined the Seton Hill faculty. She later earned a doctorate in consumer and family economics at The Ohio State University. Sister Victoria Marie served as a class advisor for the classes of 1978, 1984, 1994, and with the class of 2000, created the Millennium Scholarship. Over 4 decades of service to Seton Hill, Sister Victoria Marie helped to establish the university's business program and served as chair of the Family and Consumer Sciences Department, director of the Family Studies program, and chair of the Division of Social Studies. In her retirement, Sister Victoria Marie continues a legacy of volunteerism as lector and Eucharistic minister at Blessed Sacrament Cathedral in Greensburg and as chaplain for the Seton Hill women's basketball team. Congratulations, Sister Victoria Marie Gribshaw, on your 2020 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Thank you, Dr. Finger, and the Setonians who nominated me for this award. 3 women during my senior year in high school were instrumental in my decision to enroll at Seton Hill College. My high school guidance counselor, Sister Jacinta Mann, Director of Admissions, and Sister Victoria Brown, Director of the Undergraduate Teaching Plan sponsored by the Sisters of Charity. I was only a full-time student on the plan for 1 summer and 1 semester before I entered the novitiate in January 1961. I'm especially grateful for the many Sisters of Charity and lay faculty members who taught me in Saturday and summer courses until I finally graduated in August of 1970. In 1974, when I was assigned to Seton Hill to teach, Sister Susan Jenny, then Dean of Students, asked if I would do her a favor. I asked her, how long will it take? And she said, 4 years. I would like you to be the advisor for the incoming class of 1978. This request led me to serving as advisor for 3 other classes. The class of 1984 for 2 years before President Farrell granted me a 3-year leave of absence to pursue doctoral studies, and later as advisor for the classes of 1994 and 2000. The class of 2000 is the one that established the Millennial Scholarship for student leaders. I am forever indebted to Sister Susan for the opportunities she gave me, because I was able to develop personal relationships with students and support them in their leadership development and the formation of lifelong Setonian friendships. I'm grateful too for the collaborative spirit and friendship of the many gifted faculty colleagues and administrators with whom I served during my time as a faculty member. I especially want to thank my former students and hold all of you in my prayers, especially those who communicate with me through letters, cards, social media, and alumni gatherings, and you know who you are. In closing, I entrust you with the advice that has guided me through life. Never stop learning. Be open to change and learn from experiences. See personal challenges as opportunities. Volunteer in service to others. And remember that personal communications make your life richer, and as all Setonians know, hazard yet forward. Thank you.
Marie Macaulay Kerstetter put her Seton Hill bachelor's degree and Temple University master's degree in music education into practice for decades, teaching public high school students music and vocal ensemble music performance. Prior to retiring in 2008, she earned the Excellence in Education Award on 8 occasions. In addition, Marie taught vocal ensembles at Nazareth College and became the first female musical director and accompanist at the Kalamazoo Civic Players, a regional theater that is ranked 3rd in the nation by the American Association of Community Theater. Marie received the Kalamazoo Arts Community's Medal of Arts Award and the Larkin Noble Award for her lifetime achievements that included directing and accompanying more than 350 musicals in over 38 years of volunteer service. At Seton Hill, she was involved in liturgy, playing guitar and singing for the folk service. Marie has continued liturgy work at several churches in Allegheny, Michigan, and for 15 years has been the musical director and accompanist at Westminster Presbyterian Church. Congratulations, Marie Macaulay Kerstetter, on your 2020 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for service.
Good afternoon. My name is Marie Kerstetter, and I'm a graduate of the class of 1970. I'd like to say thanks to Katie Maloney for nominating me for this award and to Seton Hill for granting it to me personally. Also, thank you to Sister Helen, Sister Ann Agnes, Sister Miriam David, all the other professors I had there that were so wonderful and nurtured me. And to my liturgical family, Katie, Cora, Ginny, Maggie, Vanya, Carolyn, there are so many of you. And we had so much fun playing at masses, inside and outside as well. And let's not forget those Saturday night folk fests. Anyway, when I heard about Seton Hill, I was a nurse's aide in a small town, a mill town of Ware, Massachusetts, where a lot of money was very scarce. This girl kept talking about this place that had the most beautiful driveway, that had a welcoming attitude for everybody. They were so caring, and they were helpful in finding scholarships. Well, that was the key word. So when I was looking for places, Seton Hill popped up. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to a place that I could go. But lo and behold, those lone counselors at Seton Hill, they worked hard to keep me there for 4 years, and I'm so grateful. Seton Hill instilled in me a fire and a dream that I could do anything, be anything. And I still can't believe that all of my life I have been playing and performing and teaching in a field that I absolutely love and that brings me such joy. In a place where Christ was always available and always present. So thank you, Seton Hill, for all of this and for being part of my life. And one last thing, to my friend Mary Sue, who was a gift that I got at Seton Hill and has been a long life confidant. God bless.
Paleontologist Carlos Mauricio Paredo specializes in the evolutionary history of marine mammals, researching fossil whales and dolphins and seals and sea lions to examine the past in hopes of impacting scientific research in the future. Carlos entered Seton Hill planning to study history and become an educator. His interest in the scientific side of history was nurtured by Dr. Steve Bassett, who showed how he could study biology from a non-pre-med perspective, and he graduated with a biology degree. He earned his master's and doctorate in environmental science and policy at George Mason University, studying fossils at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History as a pre-doctoral fellow. His research combines cutting-edge techniques such as high-resolution CT scanning and 3D modeling of fossils with traditional methods and data. Fieldwork around the globe has led to his discovery of 6 new species of fossil mammals. Carlos has just completed an appointment as a National Science Foundation postdoctoral scholar at the University of Michigan, where he researched the macroevolutionary patterns associated with mammals returning to a marine environment. Beginning this fall, Carlos will be an assistant professor at Miami University in Ohio. Congratulations, Carlos Mauricio Paredo, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for Young Alumni Achievement.
I am overwhelmed with gratitude and joy at being selected to receive the 2022 Distinguished Alumnus Leadership Award. I'd like to express what a tremendous honor this is and to extend my gratitude to President Mary Finger for recognizing me with such a prestigious award. This type of achievement is really a team effort, and I'd especially like to thank my parents, who immigrated to this country over 3 decades ago in pursuit of the American dream, and who never hesitated to sacrifice on my behalf. I'd also like to thank my wife, Molly, Seton Hill class of 2013, for her tireless support and unending sense of adventure. These accolades are every bit hers as much as mine. An award of this prestige is partially a recognition of one's own achievements and accomplishments, but I like to think that it's also a call to action, a challenge to reach for even greater heights. This honor leaves me humbled, but also inspired to rise to the challenges of these uncertain times. If Seton Hill has taught me anything, it's hazard yet forward. I'm excited to live up to the lofty expectations this award entails. Thank you all very much.
Carlos is unable to be with us tonight in person, but he is joining us remotely, so congratulations, Carlos. We will accept the award on his behalf. Thank you.
The late Catherine Claire Smith was studying nursing at Penn State University in 2007 when a spinal cord injury she suffered in a car accident left her quadriplegic. Until her death on February 27, 2022, she was committed to advocating for others. When Katie recovered from her injuries, she enrolled at Seton Hill because she was unable to complete her nursing studies. After graduating in psychology with elementary and special education certificates, she started her career as a private tutor and substitute teacher. At the nonprofit Parent Education and Advocacy Leadership Center in Pittsburgh, she designed and coordinated curriculum and events for transitioning youths with special needs. She later assisted vulnerable community members through Disabilities Options Network in Greensburg and served as a board member of the United Spinal Association's local chapter. Through that organization, she participated in Roll On Capitol Hill, lobbying for better accessibility on airplanes. Named Ms. Wheelchair Pennsylvania in 2013, Katie was an avid adaptive skier, hand cyclist, and horseback rider. She played nationally with the Pittsburgh Steel Wheelers quadriplegic rugby team, competed in international quadriplegic rugby tournaments in France, and finished the Pittsburgh Marathon in hand cycling 3 times. For her advocacy work, she was invited to the United Nations to participate in a summit hosted by the International Humanity and Inclusion Organization. We posthumously recognize Catherine Claire Smith for her 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for Young Alumni Achievement.
My sister Katie would have been so very honored and pleased to receive this award from Seton Hill. She devoted the past decade of her professional life mentoring, teaching, and connecting with young people and underserved communities. She touched many young lives and families and would not have been able to make the impact that she did without the friendships and education she received at Seton Hill University. She loved this community very much and cherished the lifelong friendships she made here. So thank you so much for honoring my sister and her accomplishments.
Katie would have been very happy to have received this award and to have enjoyed the ceremony. She was a humble person, and she would have been proud, though, because she has worked so hard in the last 15 years to help herself and to help others in the community. Her main goals were self-advocacy and self-awareness, and felt that everyone had a story to tell. Thank you again so much for this award. We can't be more proud of Katie than we are for her accomplishments. Thank you very much.
Please, please join me in welcoming Patricia Smith and Patrick Smith, who are accepting this award on behalf of their late daughter and sister.
Whether he's at work as a finance professional or on the athletic field, 2007 MBA graduate Ryan Bradley maintains the same level of dedication, high standards, and strong work ethic. Ryan serves as the Director of Reimbursement for Heritage Valley Health System. He earned a bachelor's degree in sports management and economics from Bethany College, where he captained the men's soccer team, and landed a marketing and legal internship with the Buffalo Sabres hockey team. At Seton Hill, he was the men's assistant soccer coach, combining his interests in business and sports by managing the team budget, raising funds for the athletic department, and recruiting 18 student athletes. Always balancing his career with pursuing higher education, he completed a Master of Accounting degree from Chatham University in 2011. He has given back to Seton Hill through service as the former president of the Seton Hill Alumni Association Board, and he currently serves as a Grant Scholar Mentor through the university's Ruth O. Block Grant Endowed Scholarship Program. Congratulations, Ryan Bradley, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
I cannot express how grateful, humbled, and honored I am to receive this award from Seton Hill University. Seton Hill University will always hold a special place in my heart, and I am proud to be an alumnus. Seton Hill University provided me with a pathway forward in life professionally and personally. During my time at Seton Hill, I met my wife, Dr. Krista Boyer, and we were married in St. Joseph Chapel. I thank Krista and my family for pushing me and shaping me with the character traits of hard work, ethics, and values that have propelled me to be a successful leader in my profession. A remarkable story, Krista told me that one day I would be a CFO, and she helped me achieve this honor before my 39th birthday. I would also like to thank Dr. Mary Finger, Molly Rob Shimko, Mary Cox, Paul Roman, and many others for acting as role models and mentors for me during my time at Seton Hill University, as well as when I was the president of the Alumni Association. I also would like to give a special shout out to Mayor Jimmy Perlow. I continue to stay involved with Seton Hill University and serve as a Grant Scholar Mentor through the university's Ruth O. Block Grant Endowed Scholarship Program. Krista and I also enjoy attending fundraising events for the university and representing Seton Hill at the annual Westmoreland County Croquet event. Thank you, Seton Hill University, for recognizing me with this honor. I will continue to strive to represent you into the future as an innovative leader and always think big.
Susan Mallory had published dozens of successful books when she enrolled in Seton Hill's Masters in Writing Popular Fiction program, graduating in 2004. Today, she is the #1 New York Times best-selling author of more than 170 novels about the relationships that define women's lives, family, friendship, and romance. Her warm, humorous stories have been published in 28 languages, and 40 million copies have sold worldwide. The Los Angeles native was studying accounting in college when she realized she was meant to write romance. She published her first 2 books in 1992, just after graduating. At Seton Hill, she had an epiphany that elevated her writing. In a foray into women's fiction, she explores other important relationships: sisters, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, and friends. Her popular Writing More workshop has helped hundreds of writers, and she gives one-on-one guidance to many. Outside of writing, she is passionate about animal welfare and has served on the board of Seattle Humane. Congratulations, Susan Mallory, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
I'm very honored to receive the Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award. Heartfelt thanks to everyone who selected me. When I'm sitting alone in my office, hunched over my keyboard, trying to type the words as fast as they appear in my head, I don't really think of myself as a leader or anything professional. I'm just there trying to get the words onto pages. Yet I know that what we do, genre fiction writers do, is really important. Our stories provide an escape that is desperately needed, I think more so now than ever. And we provide an escape valve from a world that seems to be getting more and more tense. Every day when I sit down to write, I do think about a specific reader. I don't know her name, I've never met her, but I know she's out there. She's one of those women who is doing it all. She has a busy career, she's married, she's got kids, she's got pets. And a recent promotion just took the whole family across the country. Unfortunately, the movers lost half their belongings on the way, including her youngest's favorite toy. The only thing standing between her and a breakdown is a book, my book. In fact, the book I am writing today. That is what I think about when I sit down to work in the morning. Somebody somewhere is going to need this book. So whether I'm in the mood or not in the mood or feeling well or not, it is my job to produce my pages today. I am incredibly grateful for my time at Seton Hill writing popular fiction program, because even though I had been published before I entered the program, I learned so much and it was so life-changing for me. My mentors were amazing, especially Lee Tobin McLean. She guided me through ways of thinking about my characters on a deeper emotional level and helped me see stories should go in a different direction. I remember having an aha moment on my flight home from my second residency, and I live in the Seattle area, so it was quite the long flight, and somewhere over Minnesota, all the lessons, the lectures, the guest speaker, it all came together, and I made a shrieking noise, frightening my seatmates. But I had this revelation about my writing, and it was this fabulous epiphany. Unfortunately for me, I had just turned in a completed book, so I had to call my editor and said, I need 6 more weeks because I have to rewrite the entire second half of the book based on all these things I'd learned, but it was worth it. The book was it was a real step up for me in my career. Things shifted in a very positive way. The book was so much better, and every book since then has been better. My time at Seton Hill also showed me something I'd never really thought about before, and that is the value of mentorship. Victoria Thompson was my mentor for my entire time there, and she was amazing. And I learned from that and watching the other mentors in the program. And I made the decision when I graduated that I wanted to be more like that. I had always helped aspiring writers. I'd always been available to answer questions, but there's a difference between being available and being engaged. And that's what I decided to be, and that's something that I learned there. I wanted to help other authors reach their dreams, have their find their goals, and get to where they wanted to be in their career. My time at Seton Hill, the lessons I learned, the friendships I made, and I'm still very close friends with people that I met in the program. And in fact, my virtual assistant is a Seton Hill graduate. We went through the program together, and I would definitely be completely lost without her. Everything that happened to me there in the program was life-changing in the best possible way. And I am so grateful to have gone, and I am so grateful for the experience. So thank you very much for honoring me with this award. I appreciate it so much.
Susan is unable to be with us in person, but is joining us remotely. But I'd like to welcome Dr. Lee Tobin McLean, one of the co-founders of the Writing Popular Fiction program, who will receive the award on her behalf.
Straja Linder King became one of the first Canadians to earn a designation with the American Art Therapy Association due to her groundbreaking work in animal-assisted art therapy. In 1992, Straja volunteered at a hospice facility, taking her art supplies and her dog Kuzel. Over 3 years, she observed how the residents and their families connected with Kuzel and decided to pursue professional work in art therapy, enrolling in Seton Hill's master's program. Today, along with teaching at both the undergraduate and graduate levels, Straja operates a private practice, Strawberry Moon Art Therapy. Her specialties are clinical art therapy, psychotherapy, and animal-assisted interventions, including canine and equine. Straja works in complicated bereavement, including pet loss, gerontology, and with people living on the autism spectrum. Her innovative approach, merging animal assistance and art, mitigates anxiety surrounding issues being treated. She and her therapy dogs work in schools, hospitals, palliative and corrections facilities, and provide comfort care and support at funerals and memorial services. Her therapy dogs have been honored for their contributions to therapy and have been featured on an international television series. In 2017, Straja received the Distinguished Clinical Award Nonverbal Modalities from the American Art Therapy Association for her dedication to clients and creative approach, merging animal-assisted interventions along with her clinical art therapy work. Congratulations, Straja Linder King, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
First, I would love to share that I am just over the Strawberry Moon to receive this Alumni Award. When I opened the envelope, when it came in the mail, it was so completely unexpected. And I have to be honest, it was melancholic because of my award-winning dog just changing worlds. It was like, exciting news. Oh, I'm so sad because Twila Rose can't be at my side. And it was like such a happy, sad day. It was incredible when I read those words. So I can't say thank you enough for the education that I did receive from Seton Hill. And the best thing I ever did was starting at the University of Norwich. And then when I heard about the Seton Hill University art therapy graduate program, which I think I'm one of the first to graduate out of that program in 1997. So I was blessed with being under the tutelage of Dr. Madeline Rue and Josie Abenanti, and I will be eternally grateful for both their teachings. And Dr. Madeline Rue has become not only a colleague, but she's family to me now, because we've been team teaching for many years together, and that it would never have happened had I not been at Seton Hill University. So what a gift that is, because it's a lifelong gift. And I definitely want to mention Christine Freeman, who we did co-counseling together, and she was a driving force. That they always say, if you have one person that believes in what you're doing, and that you got to remember, it was way outside the box, talking about, I've been through all the movements from alternative health to complementary to now what we term integrative health. And I always knew in my heart that animals and creativity and all of these things would work wonderfully to enhance, no matter where we are on our wellness stage, not only emotionally, socially, spiritually, in every aspect of our being. It's just such a natural fit, but there was absolutely no research, and I just was flying by it's like, I just know it in my heart. So now it's come full circle to receive such a high honor. This Seton Hill Award, Alumni Award, means so much to me, and I know that this would not even be possible if I didn't have the support and nurturing for the arts that I am blessed with. First of all, my mom being a Canadian author, and she said, well, the arts, it's not the easiest thing to pursue, but she has always fostered that creativity. What I'd like to share too is what a blessing having working dogs with full credentials from 2000. I've always had animals at my side since I was a little child, and I knew that there was something very special. They were my hiking buddies, and even if the adventure was in the backyard or down the railway tracks, I knew that there was something special, that I would be working with animals my whole life. These are truly, I could go on and on, the gifts of Seton Hill that embraces innovation, and they took a chance to see where I'd go with this and allowed me to have an animal with me in my practicum. And I'm eternally grateful, because now we know that human-animal bonds, this education is blossoming as we speak, and it is evidence-based now. So I feel like it's come full circle.
At this time, Seton Hill University would like to recognize Tala Rain, the late Twillo Rose, and Tadpole for their endless community work as therapy animals. Tala Rain will join Straja as she accepts the Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Jody Harris meshes her Seton Hill degree in visual arts management with financial expertise, skills she also taps as a volunteer for community organizations. After graduating, she worked at Warner Brothers Studio Store in Monroeville, the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy at Falling Water, and the Frick Art and Historical Center in Pittsburgh. In 2000, she completed a Master of Arts degree at Duquesne University. Jody has been a financial advisor at First Commonwealth Advisors in Greensburg since 2007, building on experience at 3 other financial institutions. A 6-year winner of the 5-Star Financial Advisor Award, she was also included in the Wall Street Journal Women in Wealth 2019 and was named the 2021 Greater Latrobe Laurel Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year. Seton Hill has provided support as she built her career, and her liberal arts education prepared her for world changes that impacted her career and personal life. She volunteers as Merchandise and Special Activities Coordinator for Latrobe's Great American Banana Split Celebration and sponsors the Banana Split Princess Pageant. She also coordinates Hometown Holiday in Latrobe, a vlog about holiday activities created by her daughter. Congratulations, Jody Harris, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Thank you so much for this honor. It really was a surprise when I opened the letter that said that I was being honored with the Distinguished Alumni Award for Seton Hill. I am a huge fan of Seton Hill and my time there. Since I graduated, Seton Hill has been nothing but supportive. The staff and the administration there have backed me in various endeavors. They've been there to cheer me on. So not only during my time at Seton Hill did I have amazing mentors, but even since I graduated. So I really feel like I need to thank all of those wonderful women who have lived the mission statement to, to lift as we climb. And I need to thank Joseph Wilkowski posthumously. That's where I said I would probably cry. She saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. Joanne Boyle for the same. Maureen Vassat and Carol Brode for being second moms to me the whole time I was in school. And for the current, for my current friends and mentors at Seton Hill, Mary Finger, Molly Robshenko, and Lisa Carino. Molly and Lisa have been friends and been there and been excited for me in every crazy endeavor I have tried since graduating. We joke all the time that I am the poster child for a liberal arts education. My undergraduate is in visual arts management, and I am I would like to say a pretty successful financial advisor. So all of the things that Seton Hill afforded me through the years have really made me the person that I am and allowed me to appreciate my community and to try to mentor other young women in the same way that the people at Seton Hill had mentored and fostered my journey. So thank you.
Barbara Ella Milton Jr., a clinical social worker and supervisor, social work educator, child welfare advocate, activist, social media producer, and resilience expert, has been an impactful social change agent for at-risk youths and families for decades. Barbara earned a degree in social work from Seton Hill, a master's from Rutgers University, and her doctorate from the City University of New York. She has taught at graduate schools in the New Jersey, New York metro area. A contributor to the Confessions of a Welfare Mom series, she co-authored the book The Great Pause, Blessings and Wisdom from COVID-19. She produced and hosted the Dr. Milton Social Work Show on Comcast Public Access and YouTube. Now retired, Barbara lives with and actively manages bladder cancer. In 2021, she released Heeding the Caregiver Call, the story of Barbara Ella Milton Sr. and Alzheimer's disease, a memoir about her mother, who died in 2019. Her current book collaboration, Inherited Wisdom, drawing on the lessons of formerly enslaved ancestors to lift up Black youth, was released in May. An advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion, Barbara serves on the boards of nonprofits concerned with issues of women and girls and disadvantaged youths. Congratulations, Barbara Ella Milton Jr., on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Hi, I'm Dr. Barbara Ella Milton Jr. Thank you to the Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award Selection Committee and our university's president, Dr. Mary C. Finger, for this honor. Congratulations to all the other awardees. When I reflect on my time at SHU, I think about Sister Lois Skulko and her generosity and wise counsel. I had so many struggles in those days, and had it not been for her, I may not have ever graduated. She embodies all the values of the Sisters of Charity. I think about Coach Fogel and Mr. Littlejohn, the security guard, who both helped me to channel my rage at a world that invalidated me as a poor, Black, lesbian woman into the discipline of sports and who always looked out for me and kept me out of harm's way. I think about Miss Farmer, an African-American woman who managed a student support program, who helped me to adapt to a community that was wildly different from my hometown of Camden, New Jersey. I think about Professor Linnell Davis, who taught an Intro to Social Work course that blew my mind and changed my life. I am a social worker for 40 years. I've been blessed to work across many sectors on behalf of marginalized youth, their families, and communities. No one enjoys a 40-year career without the love and support of family, friends, colleagues, mentors, and clients. With love, everything is possible. I delight in training practitioners and mentoring professionals and doctoral students. I am one in the number, working to promote equity, inclusion, and diversity amongst our ranks. I am passionately committed to promoting the general welfare of all people. Seton Hill taught me the values of charity, education, and service to others. The motto, Hazard Yet Forward, is a refrain that I often call on as I navigate professional and personal challenges. Hazard Yet Forward helps me understand the transformation of our beloved college. I am amazed at how the small, all-girls college of the 70s has transformed into the current co-ed, nationally rated university. It doesn't surprise me though, given the visionary leadership, tenacity of the board and staff, and the many levels of support from all over the world for the institution. Hazard Yet Forward undergirds the resilience work I have done with Black youth and helped me to lift them to their fullest potential. Hazard Yet Forward sustained me as I cared for my beloved mother, who succumbed to Alzheimer's disease. Hazard Yet Forward gives me the courage to fight M-stage metastatic bladder cancer with dignity and faith. It's the reason I'm not there with you all this weekend. I'm proud to be a Setonian. The spirit of SHU has lifted me into a life of education, advocacy, and service, using my God-given talent in the struggle for social, economic, and racial justice fills me with pride and joy. Thank you so much for honoring my journey. Enjoy the rest of Alumni Weekend.
Barbara is joining us remotely, so congratulations, Dr. Milton.
Lily Pang dedicated 43 years to teaching because education provided her a pathway out of poverty in inner-city Washington, D.C. Her self-designed Seton Hill degree in education, psychology, and religion prepared her for leadership and teaching in diverse classrooms across the United States and abroad. She chose Black Catholics as her senior thesis topic, inspired by the Black Catholic Church she attended growing up. She later earned a master's degree from Seattle University. Lily taught at the Oneida Nation Reservation in Wisconsin, parochial schools in 5 states, and the International School of the Sacred Heart in Tokyo, Japan. She joined Minneapolis Public Schools in 1999, serving as principal in 5 elementary schools, and retired from Hiawatha Community School in 2020. The Christian values she nurtured at Seton Hill led her to become an apostolic volunteer with the Sinsinawa Dominican Sisters in Wisconsin, teach with the Irish Sisters of Mercy in California, lead the religion department at Madonna High School in Chicago, and volunteer as a trainer for the Seeking Education Equity and Diversity Project. Congratulations, Lily Pang, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Hello, everyone. It is a great honor to receive this award. I am grateful to the many people who have helped me along the way. I want to thank my family. I am proud of creating a family with Catherine, my wife of 39 years, and raising our two wonderful daughters, while building a professional career as a teacher, school principal, and Minnesota's Seeking Educational and Equity and Diversity trainer. As I look back on my achievements, I recognize that the support from my spouse empowered me to follow my passion for education. My sincere gratitude to the following mentors from the Hill. Sister Mary Ann Winters, who helped me when I needed help the most. She had a gentle way of asking questions without judgment. We had many talks about college life. She had a great sense of humor and a joyful spirit. Thank you for making me feel welcomed. To Sister Susan Jennings, my senior thesis advisor. Having been raised in the inner city of Washington, D.C., and having attended a Black Catholic church while growing up, I chose Black Catholics as my senior thesis. Sister Susan approved my topic and provided excellent feedback. Thank you for your support. And to Sister Francette Kylacher, student teacher supervisor, her love for education was evident. She was a great mentor and friend. She understood my passion for inner city education and that education was the way out of poverty for many students. Thank you for your expertise and friendship. This award is such an honor. I am so proud and grateful. I love Seton Hill. You prepared me to be a leader. The friendships I have made here have sustained me. I am so lucky to be a member of the class of 1977. The women in our class are intelligent, creative, spiritual, and adventurous women. Some of us may remember the brochure that drew us to the Hill. The caption was, "If you don't want to be just any ordinary woman." It was placed above a picture of St. Joan of Arc. It caught my eye and my heart. Upon arrival on the campus, I recognized I was among extraordinary women. I believe the brochure lived up to the promise. Seton Hill prepared us to address the extraordinary challenges of our world and lives. Thank you for this great honor. Hazard yet forward.
Lily is unable to be with us. She is joining us remotely, and I'm honored to say that she's a classmate of mine, so congratulations, Lily. And I'd like you to join me in welcoming another of Lily's classmates, Barbara McDermott, herself a distinguished alumna, to accept the award on Lily's behalf.
After graduating with a bachelor's degree in social welfare, Catherine Hale joined the Army for 3 years of active duty service as a substance abuse counselor. She then devoted 37 years to government service as a counselor, treatment coordinator, clinical director, and program manager at military posts in 5 states, as well as Korea and Japan. With master's degrees from Rider University and Capella University, she rose to chief administrator for the Army Substance Abuse Program for Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield in Georgia. She served in the Army Reserves for a decade, always volunteering at military installations and in her community. She was one of 92 women veterans selected to participate in Operation Her Story, the first all-female honor flight from Chicago. Kathy believes that Seton Hill's mission aligns with the Army values she has always maintained: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. She is most proud of providing the best education possible for her daughter as a working single mom. Congratulations, Catherine Olivia Hale, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for military service.
Thank you so much for this honor. To think my time at Seton Hill would lead to this and other experiences is amazing. Of course, I couldn't have accomplished much without the support of my family, who were always there encouraging me through my college years, into my professional life, and now in retirement. Thank you seems insufficient for all they have done for me. I also thank the friends and friendships cultivated while at the Hill that contributed to my successes. We have remained in contact since we graduated in 1974. Recently, I was selected to participate in Chicago Honor Flight Operation Her Story because of my service during the Vietnam era. Until now, I did not realize the significance of my service. I never thought that my time in the Army was special. It was just something that I did. Along that same line, I never thought my time at Seton Hill was special, but in retrospect, it was. I believe Seton Hill took a chance on me and encouraged me to push myself. Further, the Seton Hill environment provides opportunities to develop leadership and critical thinking skills, among other things. My degree proverbially opened doors for me that would not have opened otherwise. I believe the university prepares graduates for further education or to immediately enter employment in one's chosen field. In closing, I thank the university for the opportunities it gave me, and especially for this honor.
Linda Hunchuk Chambers started a law practice with a female colleague in 1991 and prosecuted criminal cases as Greene County's first assistant district attorney for 14 years. Hard work and determination paved her career path. A fine and studio arts graduate, Linda was hired in 1976 as one of the nation's first female underground coal miners. 5 years later, she accepted a job in Gateway Mines Safety Department, becoming a certified foreman. Promoted to safety supervisor, she enforced state and federal safety laws. Beginning in 1985, while working a day shift at the mine, Linda attended Duquesne University School of Law at night, graduating in 4 years. She considers obtaining justice for many abused children as her top accomplishment. She has volunteered on the board of United Cerebral Palsy of Southwestern PA, now Pathways, the Greene County Planning Commission, and the Human Services Advisory Board. Since retiring in 2014, she has taught criminal law at Waynesburg University and serves on the boards of the Greene County Humane Society and 2 industrial development groups. Congratulations, Linda Hunchuk Chambers, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Greetings, Setonians and friends. I want to thank Seton Hill for this Distinguished Alumni Award. I want to thank Ann Brower for nominating me. And I want to thank my mother more than anything for convincing my father that I should go to college instead of becoming a beautician. My years at Seton Hill were some of the best years of my life. Not only did I receive an outstanding education, but I made some of the best friends that I've ever had. And they're still friends today after 50 years, and we're just as close as ever. Now, when I was a student at Seton Hill, I was a bit contrary, and there was a time when a friend and I decided that it would be fun to decorate Mother Seton for Halloween. And despite that antic, I was still asked to be a distinguished alumna. I thank Seton Hill for the outstanding liberal arts education that they gave me. When I was 35, despite having a background in fine art, I decided to go to law school. The education that I received at Seton Hill not only allowed me to pass law school, but I passed the bar exam on my first try. And I give Seton Hill credit for that. Again, I want to thank the university for this award, and I hope all of you here have a great evening.
Linda is unable to be with us this evening. I'd like to welcome her classmate that her nominated, a distinguished alum herself, Ann Brower.
For more than 6 decades, Sister of Charity Barbara Ann Smelko has traveled the country and the globe as a teacher, pianist and organist, and student of music and liturgy. A Seton Hill music major in piano with a minor in organ, Sister Barbara Ann holds a graduate degree in church music and liturgy from St. Joseph's College. She has played music, directed vocal and handbell choirs, taught countless students, and coordinated music and liturgy at many parishes and schools. The full-time coordinator of the Sisters of Charity Garden Project, she chairs the Sisters of Charity Provincial Environmental Team and serves on the Seton Hill University Alumni Advisory Council. Her proudest accomplishments include a 2-year ministry in South Korea, teaching conversational English to students of St. Joseph High School and to fellow sisters, directing the purchase and installation of a 3-manual organ for Caritas Christi, celebrating her 60th Jubilee as a Sister of Charity, and witnessing the installation of a Pennsylvania State historical marker honoring the congregation's 150 years of service. Congratulations, Sister Barbara Ann Smelko, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award for service.
My sincere thanks go to the leadership and alumni board of Seton Hill University for inviting me to be part of the great company of alumni who have embodied the heart of Seton Hill University and the soul of Hazard Yet Forward throughout their many alumni years. I recognize my parents, George and Bertha Smelko, who provided me with piano and organ lessons throughout my elementary and high school years that enabled me to undertake and graduate with a Seton Hill College degree in music in 1972, and enjoy 6 happy years on the music and campus ministry faculty. Special mention here goes to now retired organ faculty member Ed Heiberger, whose 6 years of teaching, guidance, and friendship enabled my successful graduate organ recital at St. Joseph College in Rensselaer, Indiana, take place. In my 62 years with the Sisters of Charity of Seton Hill, I've been blessed to visit and experience several world cultures that touch me deeply. My thanks go to the peoples of Slovakia, my heritage roots, to the peoples of Mexico, Guatemala, Israel, Spain, and to the peoples of South Korea, where I spent 2 years teaching conversational English to our St. Joseph High School students in Gangjin. Earthy thanks go to the 9 Sisters of Charity on the environment retreat we shared in Emmitsburg, Maryland in 2013, who were inspired to begin the Sisters of Charity Garden Project on our Caritas Christi property, and to our friends and Seton Hill University students, and especially Darren Upton, our garden manager, who have enabled the garden to grow and prosper. And of course, to all of you here virtually and in person, I give my heartfelt thanks.
During her 50-year career, Rosalind C. King has worked as a pharmacist and an author, professor, consultant, and advisor in global health. She entered the Sisters of Charity as a postulant in 1957, 2 years after enrolling at Seton Hill, but then embarked on a different path. She holds a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from Duquesne University, a master's in public health from the University of California at Los Angeles, and her doctor of pharmacy from the University of Southern California. In 1967, Rosalind became the first African-American pharmacist to work for the American Pharmacists Association in Washington, D.C. Her work has spanned several continents. At the United States Agency for International Development, she headed guidance on pharmaceuticals for healthcare assistance and led a team of pharmacists in crafting a key component of the President's AIDS Relief Project. As a program manager in Howard University's Office of International Programs for nearly 2 decades, she collaborated with more than 2,500 pharmacists and managers worldwide to enhance their skills. Rosalind also served as director of the International Health Institute at Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science in Los Angeles. Congratulations, Rosalind C. King, on your 2022 Seton Hill University Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award.
Good morning. Let me first establish protocol and greet President Finger. Good morning to everyone. You know, when you are called to receive an award such as this, especially from such a great university, your first thought is the usual, oh my God. But after thanking him and receiving his joy of the moment, you want your family to know so they can also join you in the joy of the moment. For you know that in this cauldron of grace, family, and friends that have escorted you, been with you on the journey of life thus far, you have been blessed. You know that you've not been a solo traveler, but a part of a wonderful body of people. And so you want to share the joy and honor of the gift of this award. I am truly humbled that you would choose this member of the class of 1959. After so many years, you would still reach back and pull me up. And I'm grateful and I am honored. Thank you. Thank you, Seton Hill, for this honor. Thank you, President Finger, members of the board, and all of those who had a part in making the decision on this award. At first, I wasn't certain that you really meant me because I attended from 55 to 57. And then after that, I joined the Sisters of Charity and was still part of Seton Hill until 1962. But when I started talking with other colleagues, talking with university staff, they assured me, yes, you met me and you met me as an attendee. Seton Hill is very special to me because it was here that I was introduced into 3 very, very special words: hazard, yet forward. My mother saw it on a plate in the gift shop and bought it and reminded me of its meaning. And it became sort of like a mantra to me for many years. Whatever the hazard, you could still march forward. And that's the point I want to share with all of you here today. I know there are many alums who have encountered many hazards and yet have moved forward. And so I just thank you for those 3 words, for the encouragement they provide against discrimination, for the encouragement they provide against disappointment, for the encouragement they provide, against so many things, but still remind you to press forward with dignity, with decision-making, and decisiveness. So Seton Hill, thank you for the award, thank you for the remembrance, and thank you for your lifelong commitment to service. It certainly has been a steady part of my life over some 58 years of service as a pharmacist. May God bless you and all of the work that you do here on the Hill. Again, thanks.
What a spectacular evening we have shared, and what a marvelous representation you are of our beloved Setonian values. As we celebrate these 15 honorees, it is especially important that we honor and recognize all of the distinguished alumni who are with us this evening. Please stand if you are part or a past recipient of this honor. Thanks to all of you for your continuing support and dedication. Now I invite you to enjoy the conclusion of the video and to join in the singing of the alma mater. Afterward, I would like to ask you to please remain seated until all of our distinguished alumni have exited the auditorium. Then please join us in Lone Dining Hall for a cocktail hour and alumni dinner party. Thank you again for being present this evening. Thank you.